Hey guys, it's me Parker. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing sign readings today with a new deck. I'm going to use the Nightmare Before Christmas deck, and this is the first reading I've ever done with this deck. So I will probably have to look at the cards a little more than I normally do, but that's okay. Who am I reading for today? The deck's super hard. I have to like shuffle it with my knuckles. It wants to bend the opposite way. I had to sit down like High Priestess, Pisces. I had to like bend it like this for like 10 minutes. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well. Like I said. Let's see what wants to come through today. Ooh, lots of swords that I just cut through. But we'll see. Do 2 more shuffles. Messages for Pisces. Okay. Your card. The High Priestess, Sally there. I think in this deck, if I'm not mistaken, the High Priestess does have a specific message about being aware about something, like secrecy. If I'm not mistaken. I did read the book, but it's a lot to remember right off the bat. Pretty sure this did have a message in there about being aware about something, like a warning, like a beware. Okay. 3 of Cups. Okay, that's good. 3 of Cups. This is a celebratory, like fun energy. I want to get one more. We'll clarify. I want more context. Social energy. Can we get 1, maybe 2 more for Pisces, please? Do one more shuffle. See if anything wants to come out. If not, I'll just leave it at that. Anything else for Pisces? Okay. Ooh, the 10 of Swords. That's a very spent looking 10. It's the end of a painful cycle. So we'll clarify on that. Compared to the rest of, or the 10 of Wands, sorry, compared to the rest of the Wands cards in this deck, that's a very spent looking 10. Wands are action. I just heard pursuit. But it's fire. It's movement, creativity, action, and in all the other cards the candles are lit, and this is lit, but it's looking like very like They've been burning for a long time. They're about to go out. There's wax dripping. It looks almost like cobwebs, like it just looks dusty, like it looks old, like it's been burning for a long time. And then on the bottom we have the 8 of Swords, which in this deck, it means like all is not lost, is what they say here. In this, typically it's a card of being like, it's very bound energy, but in this deck it like suggests a streak of optimism, or yeah, again, all is not lost is the message on that card. And then we have a King of Swords, of Needles, and an 8 of Pentacles. Hard work with Judgment. Everyone, oh, there's another, yeah, Judgment. Everyone's been getting Judgment underneath that. This deck also with the King and Queen of Swords, or Needles they call it, there is a call to compassion with that. So let's look at the High Priestess. You know what, let's look at this, because this is the ending of something. The ending of a wand cycle, so I want to look at that first. Tell me about the 10 of Wands for Pisces. It's a card of worry, especially with this 8 of Swords that's showing. Eight of Swords again. One more shuffle. 10 of Wands. Wow. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9 of Swords now. It's a lot of mental unrest. Especially with this too. Tell me about the 10 of Wands or candles for Pisces, please. The Empress, the Moon, 3 of Wands. All is not lost, says the 3 of Wands. For sure, it's a card of optimistically looking forward to the future. The Empress, that just screams take care of yourself. That's like lavish abundance, nurturance. With this, I was saying a call to compassion. Specifically towards yourself, like not being too hard on yourself. Yeah, that just screams nurture yourself. Very tired energy, not much left to give. Past all final pushes, like if those candles are pretty well burnt out. This is like the opposite of that. The Empress is full of life. You know, it's bountiful energy, but very nurturing and compassionate. Nurture yourself. The Moon, your major there, and major for Libra, major for Pisces, and major for Aries. You could be a cusper. With the end of a cycle there with the 10, hitting the 10 on the Wands, we have an Ace of Pentacles. There's a page bringing that underneath that, Page of Pentacles. The Moon, things unseen. With this card can be secrets. It is things unseen. This is a card of intuition, but again, that kind of warning, more going on than meets the eye. It could be a good thing though. You know, I read it as a warning when I read the book, but with this, the all is not lost message of that card, I'm curious to see what's going to come out with this, with that Moon energy, because that's something going on beneath the surface, and then a new start of something new when that 10 refreshes. This is a very celebratory energy, so we'll look at that last. Pisces, Aries, could be cusper, could have Aries in your chart as well, but this is a new beginning. The Fool, Ace of Pentacles, a gift even, an offer. So we'll see why that's coming out. I want to pull one more for the Empress. Queen of Cups. Tell me about the Empress with the 10 of Wands or Candles. Ace of Wands dropping down to the 1. Yeah, again, this is like a really, really tired energy. With the Empress and that nurture, sorry about the noise up there. With the 10 of Wands, the Empress dropping down to the 1, the Ace of Wands, that's like a call to nurture yourself. Take a step back, or a call to compassion to rejuvenate that cycle there. Tell me about one more shuffle. These swords everywhere. 7, 8, 9 of swords. The 10 of Wands with the Empress for Pisces, please. Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups. That's like, oh, Queen of Swords, okay. 7 of Pentacles is a card of investment. And it's like you've come a long way, you've invested a lot, you put in hard work. It's like a pausing energy. Again, take time out, reinvest in yourself with the Empress for sure. Or if it's a situation more of someone else and you're not feeling this energy, or maybe you are, but you know, you're still involved in the situation, or you can't take a break necessarily, it's a call to compassion towards this person. Investing compassion, because it costs nothing to be kind, right? You know, it feels difficult sometimes, especially when you're emotionally drained by a situation. If that's the case and you're done, reinvest back into yourself. If that's not so much the case, you know, I'm picking up on two kind of storylines here where this is like investing, infusing the situation with some warmth and some compassion. And then we have 10 of Swords on the bottom. Ouch. A lot of swords. 10, 10, the cycles end. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups. 9 of Pentacles on the bottom, that's good. That's the kind of precursor to the Empress. It's someone who's in a like lavish, materially abundant state of being. And then Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, representing an feminine energy, opposite to that King. Again, compassion, compassion. Rules with words, intelligence, communication, rationality, and logic rules the emotional domain. Together, infusing our words with emotion. But this is 10 of Swords, very painful. And that's the underlying energy to this redirect of investments, whether that's bringing some more to the situation or reinvesting in yourself, taking a moment to reinfuse your energy with investment towards yourself. Yeah. So let's look at the High Priestess next, because I think that's going to touch on this moon element. Ace of Wands, again. 2 decks now. A new start. That's good. Fire renewed. Yeah, an adventure card. So tell me, that might be the unseen element too. It doesn't necessarily have to be in shadow. This more the meets the eye. Be on the lookout energy. Tell me about the High Priestess for Pisces, please. That's way too many. Hangman, King of Swords. That definitely talks about seeing something from another perspective, especially if we're talking about reframing a perspective, which the Hangman does, your energy, your major. Seeing something from someone's point of view, too, could help here with the compassionate aspect. Or maybe taking a look logically at a situation to kind of get a better understanding of why someone behaved a certain way or did a certain thing. Oh yeah. So there's that Knight of Pentacles on the bottom matching that Page of Pentacles, bringing that new beginning or opportunity. Five of Swords and Strength. Five of Swords, words and actions have consequences. It can be a card of like using your words to gain the upper hand in a situation. With this unseen element, this is either speaking to that compassionate energy. This is not in this deck, but typically that is the Empress wrestling the Lion Major for Leo there. Inner strength, wrestling, taming the inner beast, willpower, but it is also a card of compassion as well. You know, it doesn't have to be brute strength. Strength comes from many forms within, and sometimes in this card it can indicate compassion. So for those of you, again, speaking very clearly to that, those two energetic cycles that I'm tapping into with this reading, one of them is about having the strength to forgive or act in compassion, or see something from someone else's perspective with this kind of action or words or behavior. And then for those of you in the self-care boat, that's like having the wisdom, the intuition, making the call, or knowing when to say, hey, I'm standing up for myself, like I'm being strong, but in order to do that, I need to tend to myself. The Tower, Knight of Pentacles. There is an offer on the table here. A Knight, a Page, and then a Knight. The pages are all about ideas and sparks of ideas. There's a King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. I don't want to get too into that. Tower moment, major for Scorpio, big shake-up, realization, eureka, or like just something that shakes everything up, changes everything, an event or realization. With this, we did have the Page, which is more about ideas, but now we have a Knight coming. So, you know, if we fill our own cup back up, I just see this as meeting you in that energy once you're like renewed, your energy is renewed. But this could also be like a karmic, I'm just kind of getting like a karmic reward for being the bigger person in the situation. Again, don't forget about the optimism of that Eight of Swords card. Always not lost, says that card. Anything else about the strength and Five of Swords? King of Wands. Five of Cups, yeah. Oh, jeez. The Tower, in a nutshell, the Tower is the energy of five, really. It's the energy of change. We have Five of Cups, Five of Swords matching with that Queen of Cups and Swords. Loss, grief, you know, she's crying in that cup. She's crying over those three cups there. There is two cups in the background. We do have a Three of Cups, or as they call it, potions on the table, so we'll look at that next. But this is change. There is change, again, that all is not lost. All is not lost, literally, in this card. And then on the bottom we have a King of Wands and a Ten of Pentacles with the Fool, wow. And the Sun. That took a huge, huge turn. There's that Ten of Swords again. We have Knight of Swords movement. Movement from that, breaking up that Ten of Swords energy. And then we have the Sun followed by the Fool. That's total illumination. The Sun is outcomes and the Fool is beginnings. We are working with Fool energy in this reading. That's a huge new cycle. More Aries and Leo energy. So you could be dealing with Leo or Aries, have it in your chart, or be a cusper. But that's with the King of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. That's like kind of screaming to family with this card specifically, but it's just like happy, happy, happy new beginnings. Lovely. It's very nice. And then of course that Ten of Pentacles. Ow. And the King of Wands. That to me is just screaming that, because the 7 to the 10 of Pentacles, right? 7 is where we kind of stop, look at what we're doing, we're at a 7 in the Pentacles cycle now, right? We're stopping, we're looking at what we've done so far. All the way to the 10, that's happy family life, especially with the Empress. Family is like hugely indicated here. With that fire, that renewed zest, that sad, lifeless one cycle, the fire, renewed passion just after reinvesting in yourself. And for those where this is a situation with someone else, maybe you are in a relationship with this person, or maybe taking another approach to this situation is going to benefit you in building some form of stability in the long run, especially with this new cycle that's coming in on the heels of that, whether that be karmic or what have you. So let's look quickly at this Three of Cups, Ace of Wands. That's celebrating. It's a very celebratory card, especially in this deck. Wow, awesome. So to end the reading, that Eight of Pentacles, that Eight of Swords, again, so if you look at this is the underlying energy, and we'll talk about what came out next in a second. But all is not lost. This person is like, woe is me, and then there's like all these demons over here. And Spirit's like, I haven't yet to get it to focus exactly how I want to, but Spirit's like very disappointed in that person in this card. In this card, this look is more like tisk, 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 like that. This card is they're actually disappointed because this is of their own making, their own doing. So with this energy, a sense of optimism is really, really needed here with this change. All is not lost. There's a Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords. That's a lot of exciting communication. That's commitments, contracts, obligations. It's a lot of things, but that is like definitely a person with a new opportunity. If it's an actual contract, like work, or marriage, who knows? There is some family heavy cards here. But this is more about like stability and well-being, with that Empress and that love yourself energy. But that there's definitely something coming in with this Knight and King of Wands. That Ace of Swords coming out. We have a King of Swords, that King of Swords. Could also, the message there could be about a compassionate King of Swords as well. Coming in the masculine, and just for my sake of the reading, I'm taking like you guys as the feminine energy that was presenting in Swords and Cups. Words and water, thoughts and emotion. This is the King to the Queen. That's underlying here with this Nine of Pentacles. That's a lot of abundance there. Also, just pointing out on this deck specifically, Judgment talks about like the naughty or nice list with that compassionate energy. And that Five of Swords, because it can be very self-serving. Just thought I'd point that out there, but this is like straight up a gift. Six of Pentacles, with the 7, that's like kind of, because we have a Pentacles cycle here, right? That's kind of reinvigorating. This is a lot of options. A lot of options. Others are indicated here because this is like giving and receiving. or gift, right? They're in a fortunate position. There's harmony with that flow of energy, right? The giving of the coins. And then this is like options. It can speak to illusions as well. So with this, we just want to maintain that optimistic energy, and kind of look, because this is a card of seeing something more, right? With that moon energy. It can be a card of illusion or confusion. Take this exactly for what it is, at face value, I would say, because that is a very gifty, reciprocal energy, like I said, and a very honest king. And the king, man or woman, is just the one bringing this, speaking on it, right? And then this very celebratory energy. So we'll get one more for the Six of Pentacles, that Ace of Coins that's coming through. It is an offer, or a new opportunity. It just says this Ace of Cups. That's so funny. I love when that happens. Ah, the Chariot on the bottom. Nice. The Ace of Pentacles. And look at that. I love when I see the Six of Pentacles coming out with a king holding the scales. This is Aquarian energy in this picture. Libran energy in this picture. But yeah, balanced, fair, reciprocal. Ace of Pentacles looks good. That's an opportunity for sure. New cycle or contract with that Hierophant, and very victorious. You can't make this stuff up. Dropping down from the 10 to the 1. Reinvigorated, new passion, very triumphant Chariot energy on the bottom there, moving into this new Ace of Wands cycle. And we talked about why that would be, giving back to self, compassion, and optimism. And then a Queen of Wands with that heartbreak on the bottom, underlying, overcoming that with this Chariot, major for Cancer. Very triumphant. With this, it also does scream willpower. With this, definitely a call to, with willpower and strong energy there, just a call to using that in a compassionate way. All right, you guys, so I'm going to leave it at that. Till next time, I wish you all the best.